Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I will solve the guesstimate and help you to know how to solve the guesstimate. Generally, the consulting company asks the guesstimate in their interview round, and it is very important for you if you want to go into the consulting and be a part of consulting firms like McKinsey, BCG, BCN, Deloitte, EY. So this is very essential. They they are going to ask you the um, this guesstimate question because I remember in my PwC interview they asked me three guesstimate during two rounds, and even in my Infosys and IBM interview they asked me the guesstimate. अब solve कैसे करना है? Let me start with the types of guesstimate. So as you can see in the screen, if we talk about the types, there are two types of guesstimate. I will directly jumping to the guesstimate approach. So it will be easier for you to understand how to solve it, what are the types, how to crack the guesstimate. Actually, guesstimate is easy to solve compared to case. So let's jump into the guesstimate. First, let's start with the types. So there are two types of guesstimate. The first is common guesstimate which is called as a market size guesstimate. तो मार्केट साइज guesstimate में क्या होता है? मार्केट साइज guesstimate में they will tell you to find the number of market find the number of example. For example, they will told you to find the number of refrigerators in India, number of people who are smokers in India, also number of electricity consumption in a particular city. So these are the types of common and general guesstimate. There can be unconventional guesstimate also. Suppose one of the example is number of fresh lakes in India, in the world or in the India. That's the one guesstimate that I saw. I remember I saw during one of my interview. So these are the types of guesstimate. The important things. There are two important things for you if you want to approach guesstimate correctly. There is no right or wrong answer in the guesstimate, but you even though you go with the particular methodology, then it will be easier for you to come to the conclusion of the guesstimate. There are a few things that you have to remember if you want to solve the guesstimate. The first is, as I had mentioned here, facts. So the basic facts like the population of India, rural and urban split. What I mean by rural and urban split? Suppose there are 40% population live in urban area and the 60% in rural area. So that's also important. The income, household incomes, and the gender split. You will get to know when I solve one guesstimate. Then you get better idea about it. Apart from that, if we talk about the guesstimate, there are two approach with you can solve the guesstimate. The first is top-down approach, and the second is bottom-up approach. I will demonstrate how to use both approach, but there are guesstimate in which you have to solve with the top-down approach, and in other guesstimate you have to solve with the bottom-up approach. The more you solve the guesstimates, the better idea you get about how to solve the guesstimate. So what is टॉप डाउन अप्रोच? टॉप डाउन अप्रोच ऐसा रहता है कि सपोज इट स्टार्ट विद द नंबर ऑफ पॉपुलेशन इन इंडिया and uske baad you come to the answer. Suppose there are number of refrigerators, then you start with the population, then you come to the rural urban split, then you come to the household split. So ऐसे धीरे 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 छोटा छोटा सेगमेंट बना के यू कम टू द आंसर. एंड बॉटम अप में पूरा उल्टा अप्रोच होता है. सपोज नंबर ऑफ डोमिनोज पिज्जा सोल्ड इन इंडिया. So first you take a particular city, suppose you take a Delhi, and then you estimate and take the proportion of number of population based on Delhi and compare it with India, and you come to the solution. So these are the two types of guesstimate. Now let's solve one guesstimate. I will not uh, come I will not going deep into the facts. I'm just telling you the approach, how to solve it. Number of refrigerators in India. So how can you solve it? First, you have to be there are when Where can there be the refrigerators in India? It can be residential, इन हाउस होल्ड अपने घर में होते हैं वो, एंड कमर्शियल ऑफिस हो गए, होटल्स हो गए, ये सब भी. तो इसके लिए द बेस्ट थिंग इज आस्क योर interviewer whether I should also consider commercial while I am solving the guesstimate or not. Commercial में we will, what we can do, based on resident, try to multiply it with that number, multiply with the residential number, or because generally the interviewer will not tell you to solve for commercial separately. This is so the best approach is take the residential and multiply it with some number that will give you the commercial number. Residential approach, how to solve it? First you take the population, urban, rural, then both can be splitted into households. There are lower income, middle income, and higher income. Same goes for lower, middle, and higher. There's one more thing for the middle income. You can take for both urban and rural. You can take lower middle income and higher middle income, and then you can solve the estimate. So okay, we took the households, urban, rural, lower, higher, and middle. Based on that, then you come and you need to guess what can be the proportionate. Suppose there are 100 households in urban, and which come into the lower income households, then you need to guesstimate and try to come up with a number that can, suppose that can give you actual that can give you the proportionate number of the household that can be, and that have the refrigerators. Suppose 100 refrigerator है lower income में, 100 household है lower income में, तो there are there's a possibility that 20 या 30 ही हाउस होल्ड है जिसके घर में रेफ्रिजरेटर, बट जब मिडिल इनकम में आओगे तो ये नंबर बढ़ के हो सकता है 80 हो जाए, यहाँ पे 100 या फिर 1.5. एक जो हायर इनकम हाउस होल्ड है वहाँ पे एवरेज अपन ले लेते हैं यहाँ की, क्योंकि कुछ हाउस होल्ड में 2 रेफ्रिजरेटर हो सकते हैं, कुछ में 3 हो सकते हैं, तो इस हिसाब से अपन ने एवरेज 1.5 ले लिया. सो इस तरह सॉल्व करना है, और उसके बाद तुम दोनों को फिर एक पर्टिकुलर नंबर पे आ जाओगे अर्बन और रूरल दोनों के लिए, and the sum will give you the answer of number of refrigerators. ठीक है, बट ये चीज़ पूछना कि do they also want you to find number of refrigerators in a particular year? If yes, then तुम्हें इसको यूसेज से डिवाइड करना पड़ेगा. व्हाट डू आई मीन बाय यूसेज? कि एक रेफ्रिजरेटर कितना चलेगा. सपोज 10 साल चल सकता है, तो टोटल नंबर ऑफ रेफ्रिजरेटर्स डिवाइडेड बाय 10, तो उससे एक साल में कितने रेफ्रिजरेटर्स है उसका आइडिया मिल जाएगा. कितने नए रेफ्रिजरेटर्स लोग बाय कर रहे हैं उसका आइडिया मिल जाएगा. इफ़ द गेस्टिमेट वाज नंबर ऑफ रेफ्रिजरेटर्स bought by Indian people in a particular year, तब ये करना है. ठीक है, सो इस हिसाब से guesstimate सॉल्व होता है. आई विल ट्राई टू मेक मोर वीडियोज़ ऑन हाउ टू सॉल्व guesstimate, but for today this is it. I will go into deep about how to solve in the next 2-3 videos. I will try to make 6 to 7 videos on guesstimate, so you actually get the basic idea, and it will be easier for you to crack the guesstimate.